Hey, welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms, everybody. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave the channel now. I appreciate it. As you can see, we are sponsored by APSUsoil.com, and we are day 7. Check this out, we added in an action figure yesterday. Somebody sent this to us from Instagram. And I thought I wrote his name down of who sent it to me, and I did not. So hopefully they see this or my Instagram post and hit me up. But we greatly appreciate that. We had a huge storm come through here last night, knocked out power for about an hour. Didn't hurt anything, but it did knock over all our outdoor plants. I brought in the lima bean because it was basically the only thing I saw that had popped, and we just put the lima bean right down in there. So hopefully that might come up. We are in 12-12 because of the flowers over there. So check out our tomato. So I'm thinking we've got another, what? It's day 56. I'm thinking another 10 to 15 days on the flower over there before we flip back and add probably 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll probably do 16 hours of light, so we'll add 4 hours. That will probably flip this back to veg, hopefully. By then, this might have a tomato on it, might not, I'm not sure. But either way, it will re-veg, hopefully, and go back into just growing. And then when we flip it again, it'll go to flower. And so the cannabis will, we're going to see if the tomato will just keep re-vegging. Boom, 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 you know. Basil, same way. Everything that we put in here, we'll see if we can re-veg every 4 months. So as the flowers finish up, this one's behind. I keep forgetting this one's behind. So it might be another 2 to 3 weeks before this one's done. But everything else over here, you see we've strung up yesterday. Threw a lot of lines up. Just had to, basically, because we had shit like this. But just got them laying a couple of these lowers. Trying to get them as much light as I can. The berry, these buds are super tight. The smell, the raspberry deadhead from Luna is just amazing. Don't worry, guys, I ain't forget about you, Cooter. What's up, buddy? Cooter back there. I don't see Scooter. I'm looking. You can see a lot of trash around the edges here. It just comes from that. I pulled out a bunch of old stuff yesterday, stuff that's rotten up. I cleaned up a lot of this dead dichondra grass. You can see our dichondra grass is getting better. See where we disconnected over there. But dichondra is starting to grow all through here. Start to come back. Where it was dying, it is now coming back. Check out our Monstera. Remember when this opened up? If you've been following, this was just a little shoot coming out of this one here. And it's, what is it, taking about 10 days, 2 weeks maybe to get this. It's a monster. Beautiful flower. Well, I say flower, but beautiful leaf. This thing is just crazy. see the creek falls in back there. This is just one pump. There's one pump right there. It pumps up water. Comes down through there. You can't see. Runs the water through here, through the creek system. Back around. So the creek, there is no filtration box. The creek is the filtration box. The creek waters the plants. It wicks water up along the edge of the creek here. You can see where we added in all that fresh sand. So look at how the worms have turned it all into worm castings. So as long as the water is flowing, it will wick that moisture up. You see how moist it is. All the critters and everything just love to hang out underneath rocks. And all the little mites and springtails. And this is Agate Alley. We call this Agate Alley. These agates were sent to us by Mass Creations on Instagram, and they are beautiful. I love rocks, but these are from a quarry. He goes and hunts them and then polishes them up. Gets the beauty out of them. Look at that. How amazing is that? But underneath is where all the critters like to hang out. You can see how moist that is. See the worm right there? That moisture is all has, so it's really about dissolved oxygen and how much oxygen we can get in the water. Now you can see the algae growing along the edge. A lot of people think that's a bad thing. That is a good thing. That is cyanobacteria, that is string algae. That string algae creates oxygen. It's a filter for our poo. You can literally, when it gets out of control, we just pull some of it out, put it in the soil. It's photosynthetic, but so it eats light, it photosynthesizes, basically is what I'm trying to say. So just like these plants eat light, photosynthesizing, the algae does the same thing. And what happens is that it actually creates oxygen, and we can see it right now, starting in our new. It's been 7 days, and we're just now starting to get algae. We put the heater in, so you can see some string algae starting to form. But better yet, earlier we could see little bubbles. Let's see if we can find some bubbles. They're really hard to see. See them? Whoop, we saw one right there. It just went off. So as the algae grows, it releases oxygen into the water. And that water is then wicked up. You can see it turning green in the sand. And what's going to happen is we're going to start seeing growth. I put this agate in here. It has some string algae already on it from the other. See the agate? Put the string algae on it. Just inoculating. Put a little bit more string algae up in our hole here. We've got some moss growing down here. Our sweet potato is definitely taking off. Loving the APSU soil. We got our first action figure in here. Getting ready to cut some grass. But yeah, all in all, pond over here. Getting real clean. We're gonna start probably go hunting for some logs today. Go down to the reservoir and see if we can find some sticks and some stuff that's already waterlogged, that's been sitting down there in the reservoir. Got tons of life in it. We're going to be bringing in things from the reservoir, like our fish. We're going to catch those down at the reservoir, bring them up here, put them in here. So whatever's in the reservoir down there, we're just going to bring it on up here and transplant it into here. And the fish will be happy. We're going to do some bluegill and some crappie. And whatever else we catch, maybe some shiners. The water clarity is definitely cleaned up. We're almost ready. We could put fish in there now, no problem. Definitely cycle. So this is day 7 though, since we really started it up. You know, we were turning it on, cutting it off, turning it on, cutting it off, dialing it in, putting things where we need to be. We're about where we want to be now, so we shouldn't have to cut it off. We should just be able to adjust, move rocks around if need be. You know, just move this around. I don't want to move it right now, but we can move this. That alone will change the splash. We've got good water coming down through here. I see it coming. We've got good water going up through there. We can remove this. Ever want to plant something up here, I'll just plant something right there. Now that keeps the splash down. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of splash through here, you know, but it's not much. You see, runs down a little bit right there, but we're not getting too much. It's not soaking anything, which is a good thing. Everything else looking pretty good. We avoided the crash quite nicely. Our flowers turned out nice. Go over here and look at there's easy. I estimate there's an easy pound, maybe just under a pound of flower on this one plant here, for sure. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it's bigger than you think. And the nugs are heavy, obviously. And funky. And all this in the next 10 days will fill out. Very tight noted buds. Oh, smelling delicious. Sticky. Here's the top. That'll double in size probably. She's heavy too. I mean, without the strings, we were down here. It's amazing how a couple of days, they will really pack on in a couple of days. Still growing. Terps. Sour milk berry OG. Changing every day though. It really was. It really is like getting more of a sour milk. Oh, this one here, this is OK Calyx's Orangeline. Even starting to look like an orange. And fruit out the ass. Cherry, peachy, berry, little bit of funky orange going on. But very berry. Very berry. See, the ivy's doing good. You can see our algae is doing its job, catching all the poo. You just throw the poo down in there with the algae. Throw the old bag over top of it, and the critters will do the rest. You see, we disconnected all of this, but the worms are starting to put it back together. Time to start pulling out some algae. We're getting back to where we were. So nice to see everything start to come back. The star algae's definitely taking off. If that's what it is. I don't even know what kind of moss it is. I said star algae, it's star moss, excuse me. It's star moss. You know, Dichondra is definitely coming back. Amazing what the lights will do. Amazing. I'm telling you, you don't need. You keep saying you need red light. You need red light. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced yet. I'm sure it does. I'm sure there's science behind it, but I know there's red light in this too. But I'm betting that you could take those right there and never even turn on the red. Just leave it at cool blue just like that and get the phenomenal results. I just, you know, I mean, the plants want what the plants want. I'm not going to push something, you know, every time I turn the red on, things just seem to not like it. When I turn them off, I mean, look at the lucky bamboo over there. It's literally going to be to the roof. It started down there. It's like a corn stalk now. Insane. Insane. Yeah, everything just seems happier with that blue, that cool white. That's got pepper. That was peppery, mustard. And this is the raspberry deadhead. This is the other one. Pepper for sure. Wow. It's all over the place. All over the place. So let it sit right on that grass there. Nothing's hurting it. So alright, we may go live today. We might be around here. Just keep your notifications on and come hang out if we do. So apsusoil.com and we'll see you tomorrow. Food.